Hey, let's copy a date to the next cell automatically. Now, this use case is very interesting. We got a question here on YouTube asking, hey, we have a next visit to a doctor in a column, and to the left of that column, we have the last visit. So we have last visit and next visit. We already highlight everything that's today. We highlight also everything that's tomorrow, so we really can keep track of what's going on today, what's going on tomorrow. However, there's a little optimization that could potentially be here. Is we are very much on top of this. We do go to these appointments, and we want to copy the date from whatever is the next visit, like today, May 7th. We want to copy that to last visit without having to copy, paste, delete, save a few clicks here and there, or save a lot of clicks because maybe there's a lot of appointments or a lot of things happening on this particular day, and we know we are taking care of them. We just want them swapped over. So how do we do this automatically? Let's go up and write a little bit of script and then trigger that script every day to look at this exact situation, find the situation, execute it, and just do it for us. All right, let's go to extensions, app script, and start writing our code. We're just going to name this project visit auto move. You can name it anything you want. Same with this function name. My function we can change to daily visit. But again, that's up to you what you want to name it. Doesn't matter. What matters is the code that goes in here. Let's go variable sheet equals spreadsheet app.get active spreadsheet, get sheet by name, and whatever the name is of the sheet you're on. So maybe you have tons of tabs here. This is called maybe visits, and maybe there's some other information here, but we have visits. We need to name this visits. Our date values or our data is going to be in sheet.getRange E3:E. This could be anything for you. We're going to get all the values there because that's all we care about. We're going to go to this column, look for the date. So let's go get the column. There we go. And we also need today. So this is going to be new date, the capital D with parentheses. One extra thing we're going to do here when dealing with dates and timestamps is we want the date, not the time. So we're going to basically strip away all of the time elements, and we're going to do setHours, and all four of these are going to be zeros. So now we have the data we're looking at, the date of today, what we're looking at. We need to go data dot for each. We're going to create a little function here in parentheses, row, comma, index. And then we're going to use this, what's sort of called a pipe function. We're going to create parentheses, not parentheses, curly brackets. And inside we're going to have a const cell date is equal to row and square bracket 0. This says whatever row we're on, get that information. And if cell date dot setHours, remember we stripped away the date information, we want to do that here as well, is equal to today. What are we going to do? Well, now we're going to do something. Basically, we're saying, hey, look at the row data 0 because we're in the E column here. And if these two things are the same, today and that cell date, let's do something, which we need to know the row number. And that's going to be index plus 3 only because we're starting our range in the third row. If it was E1 or E, this would be plus 1. Plus 3, 3 here, just so you know, just in case you have different headers, different starting point. Let's copy to column D. Again, just double checking that this case and what you may have to change later is we're looking at the E column, but we're going to copy to the D column. And then we're going to clear the E column. So let's do that. Sheet.getRange, row number 4, and then outside the parentheses, set value is the date. Then sheet.getRange, row num 5, clearContent. ClearContent means we are just deleting the text, not any formatting, nothing else other than just delete the text. Okay, let's save this, or click up here in the Save Project to Drive. And I want to run this now. I have an example. I have today has 2 next visits. What should happen is that these dates copy over to the last date, and then there's nothing left in the E column. So let's try it. The first time we run this, click Run, it's going to ask us to authorize. We're going to have to review permissions. And it'll say execution started, and let's see if it worked. Yes, it worked. There's a clear date, and then the last visits are there. So how do we set this up to be automatic? I'm going to show you right here, just a few clicks. We have our function completely working. It has no errors. We like it. It's going to run once a day. Go over to the left side, and there's a few things. There's overview, editor, project history, triggers. That's the one we want. There's sort of two clocks here. One of them is a stopwatch. One of them is a time, like sort of a arrow pointing to the left past history. We want triggers. So click on triggers, and on the bottom right, click the blue button, add trigger. Choose which function to run. If you have other functions, this will be a drop-down menu showing you other functions. If this is the only thing you have in your sheet, in the app script, you don't need to select it. It's already selected for you. Our event source is going to change to time-driven, and we want a day timer. We want to run this probably around the time of every visit or before you come in to set the next visit, something like that, maybe around 11 to noon, or if you're like, hey, every night at 6 p.m. I come down and I sit down and I say, what's up? What do I have to calculate and put in and document? Put that time. Whatever the hour before that is, so like 4 to 5 p.m. if you want. I'm going to put 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. What this means is that the trigger will run the very first time at some random point between 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. And then every day after, it'll be 24 hours. The next 24 hours, next 24 hours, next 24 hours after that. So Google doesn't let you have a very specific time, but does let you select one of 24 hours, and then it'll run within that. So let's save that. We may have to authorize again, but once it's set up, you'll see this line here. It'll say who it's owned by, the event, error rate if there's any errors. There'll be a pencil icon to edit, and 3 dots if you want to delete this. If you're like, hey, I actually don't need this automation anymore, then click delete trigger, delete forever, and it won't happen again. There's your script to move from column E to column D. Depending on which columns you have, change this, get range of getting the values, also change this number here of where you're setting the values and where you're clearing the values. So this is going to be a number. 4 is D, 5 is E, and so on and so forth. Enjoy. You're watching Better Sheets here on YouTube. Make sure you check out this video or this video and subscribe right now to get more tips, tricks, how-tos. Get more out of your Google Sheets than you ever have before. I'm excited to be making a ton more videos here. Ask me questions down in the comments and I will answer them in future videos. But for right now, right here, one of these videos is going to be your next Google Sheet.